Today is Vegetables Day. It's Sunday, but it's Vegetables Day anyway. What we're going to do is Swiss chard, okay, Swiss chard, with flavored with oil and garlic, okay. It's really, really tasty, okay, and the kids may like it too. Yeah, this is one of the things that I score pretty high when I serve it to the little ones, to the ones that don't like vegetables. They're gonna like this one, guaranteed. So we're gonna start with a little bit of grape juice, because yeah, we gotta make sure that we are in the full or our mental capacity here. Salute. Good way to start. This is $4 worth at Publix, and then we have our usual oil, salt, and pepper, and garlic right there. We got a whole thing there, and then I also have a roasted garlic powder. Okay, I like to add a pinch of that also once in a while, and then my usual dried jalapeno peppers, grains. Let's start cleaning up the Swiss chard. Okay, this is usually the part that I just chop a little bit of that. There we go. I'm gonna cut it like, yeah, like that. 1 and 2. That way is more manageable. Okay, so we're gonna put that in the water. Okay. And rinse it around a little bit, just in case. Not too much though. Shake some of the water out. Nice. Okay. I also separated the stems, all the big ones. There are a lot of these. Okay, so I have 3-4 inches worth of water. Okay, mostly for the big guys to cook. Okay, and then we're gonna add the rest. Let's see, because that way the rest will be kind of steamed. Okay, put it on nice and high. Let's start with the garlic now. Got 3 of those. There we go. Ooh, there's a big guy here. Yeah. You know what? I think I'm going to use the big guy. Sorry for hitting the camera here. All right, it will stop. Okay, so yeah, we got that big one there, the big one here. I'm going to use several of them. Okay, I'm not going to go easy on the garlic today, as if I ever did. Okay, so here we go. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4. Just clean them up. Okay. You get back here. And the usual smack. Smack. And let's clean it up. Let's remove all the skin out of here. Okay, so we clean them all. Now let's remove the bottom part there. That's already gone. That's already gone, and that's gone now. And now clean up a little bit. And now we're going to start chopping it. Yay! Watch your fingers. Now these ones are going to chop them a little thick. Okay, because I want them to be there and crunchy. Okay, because they're gonna taste good once the garlic is cooked in. Got a little butt there. Goodbye. Um, Once the garlic is flavored or cooks in the oil, it becomes nice and tasty, believe it or not. Just try it and see what happens. Just try it. So it's kind of, yeah, it's kind of big. Kind of big, and it's gonna be, I'm gonna try to keep it crunchy. So I'm gonna cook it a little more. Remember what I said about frying things for too long? Well, this time may be worth it. Okay, so now we're gonna put a little bit of oil here. Actually, we put a little bit, this should be normal, but we'll put a little bit more. There you go. And I'm gonna put a couple of grains of, not too many. If you don't put too many, the kids won't mind it, okay? But that's up to you. This is hot stuff, but it's not that hot because I'm not putting too much. I'm gonna put the heat to high. Okay, so we're gonna start that, and yeah, it's starting to boil. Okay, so the bottom part is cooking a little more. The top part is going to be steamed. Okay, mostly. Okay, Mr. Garlic, you go in there and you do your job. Nice. That's a pretty good amount. I think it's a good amount. Yeah. Yeah, that's about maybe 3 or 4. And let's put a little more. What the heck? You know what? I'm gonna put the whole thing. Yeah, forget about it. That's probably 5 cloves, average size. Ooh, look at that frying! Yay! Okay, I'm gonna use Amy's Pampered Chef spoon here. Yay! Thank you, Amy. Okay, and let's see. Okay, look at now, changing color. So I'm gonna, yeah, look at that. It's gonna be nice and crunchy. The kids are gonna like it. Well, we have no kids today here, but when you do it, your kids are gonna like it. Yeah, and you're gonna like it too. I'm gonna shut the heat off. Okay, and because there is, and so that it doesn't overcook. Okay, in the meanwhile, okay, so the heat is still off, and look at that color there. Okay, now okay, I'm gonna drain it. Okay, oops, sorry about that. Ooh, look at those colors. Yay, look at that. Okay, I'm gonna drain it a little bit more. Yeah. So see how much less material we have. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna chop those, yeah, I'm gonna chop them all in half. I have separated all the bigger pieces, okay, from the smaller one. And now I'm gonna chop them a little more. You know what? I'm gonna chop them just like that. Maybe the little lady will like them more. They're just a tiny bit crunchy, okay, which is perfect, I think. A tiny bit crunchy, and they will mellow down once we mix them with the oil. Okay, in the meanwhile, the garlic has been patiently waiting for us. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to start the heat again. Okay, and I'm going to add the chopped ones. Okay. You know, I didn't put any salt there. Let me do that. Yeah, I need to put a little bit of salt, not too much, a little bit of salt. Okay. Yeah, the heat is still high. Okay. So I'm gonna cook them just a little bit before I add the leaves, because the leaves are going to be softer and more tender. Okay, and after about 3 minutes, I'm going to add the rest of the leaves. Okay, put a little salt. Okay. And now flip it, baby. Yeah, look at that stuff. Oh, wow. You tell me. You tell me. If that's not something that you're not going to love. Look at that. Oh, yeah. Not too bad for a side dish. Yes. Oh, another thing that I'm going to do now is, and I forgot to talk to you about these. These are little ciabatta panini, okay, little ciabatta breads that I got at Costco. Okay, Emily got these at Costco. What I'm going to do, I'm going to toast them right now. Yeah, I just, they come pre-cut, so when you freeze them, it's easy to separate them. And now I'm going to put them in the toaster. In the meanwhile, I have lowered the heat. Okay, make sure that everything gets flavored here. There we go. And once YouTube learns how to transmit also the flavors, and you will smell this thing. Ah, it smells so good. Yes, you'll have to take the word for now until that time. Okay, another thing we can do here is cut them like that and make some like crazy bread sticks. Okay, I'm gonna do one like this, and the other one I'm gonna leave it together. Let's see which one gets better. I'll tell you what I'm gonna do with it in a minute. I'm gonna put it back in the toaster now. And by the way, the other thing I'm going to do is cook some meat also. I've added some salt and pepper. My friend's grill. My friend's George Foreman's grill. And there you go. And let's see what happens. You know what? I'm going to put it right here. Yeah, right there. Sorry about the hit. Yeah, like that. Okay, so now that the bread is toasted, I'm going to flavor the bread too. We're going to flavor it. Here we go. See, these ones are easier to manipulate than the big guys, but we'll do that anyway. Let's see what happens. Yeah. Ooh. Yeah, guys. Transfer that flavor there, baby. Transfer that flavor. Ooh, yay. All right. Yep, make sure that each bread gets a good amount of oil. Okay. Let's see how it looks. Yeah. All right. Okay. So now I have separated the bread from the the reason why I stopped is because it looks like I'm gonna dip it a little more. I'm gonna dip it a little more so that it absorbs all this, all the juice, all the oil and the flavor. Okay. And by the way, this process is called scarpetta. Scarpa is shoe, scarpetta is little shoe, and that's one of the things that the Italian kids used to be told to do by their moms, so that they would basically clean up the dish after finishing their food. Ooh, look at that! Yeah, look at this. Look at this. Now you tell me. You tell me. Oh, that's a beauty. That's ready to be served. Yeah. All right, so this is the finished product. As you can see, there is not, out of the big bunch of Swiss chard, that's what's left. Okay, this is going to be our dinner tonight. Yay. Well, this is really the finished product. Look at this. I'm telling you. Mm. 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 And another thing you can do, you can put a slice of mozzarella. Also came from Casco, Gioiosa. You cannot see it. Okay, Gioioso mozzarella. Mm. Mm. If you melt it, it's even better. Next time, ooh, boy, that's tasty. Mm. Well, needless to say, the Swiss chard was just out of this world. It was so tasty, especially when I mixed it up with on the bread. I put it on the bread, and then I put some cheese on it, and then even eating it with the meat and with the sausage. It's out of this world. Fantastic. Couple of things. Number one, I used a lot of oil, and that's because I was going to dip the bread in it. Okay, so and you saw that was really rich with oil. If you don't plan to dip it or to do all the things that I did, don't use half the oil. Also, you may want to use half the salt that I used. I was a little bit heavy on it. It was not too much, but I think that most people prefer not that much salt. Okay, so I used Swiss chard, but you can also use it with spinach, with broccoli, with arugula, dandelion, which is dandelion greens. That's something that some old traditional Italians, right off the boat, they pick them up sometimes in the fields, wild, because it grows wild here too. Okay. Did not use roasted garlic powder, and it's a nice dish that you can also bring to like a potluck, or that if you set up hors d'oeuvre, that's really good for that. Okay, and you can make the little sandwich on breadsticks. Okay, have a dish with all these little sticks of bread. That's delicious as a hors d'oeuvre. Hey, this is such a winner, and we enjoyed it so much, and I think you'll enjoy it too. Okay, see you around. Ciao, ciao.